What's up, guys? I just wanted to touch base with you, as I know lots of you will be starting your first ever challenge today. You might even be going off of the Slay at Home plan into stage 1, or you'll be doing your second challenge. And I just wanted to touch base with you on the idea of willpower, because this is something that came up in yesterday's live meditation with Megan. And she said something that really resonated with me, and that was the idea that willpower alone is not enough to get us to our goals. And when she said that, I was like, yes, absolutely. It's not that willpower is not a great attribute to have, because believe me, you can do a lot on willpower, but the idea that willpower is the single thing that will get you through this 21-day challenge or whatever it be is just false. And here's why. Because there are going to be days when you wake up, when you're mentally all there, you're mentally ready to go, but your body just says no. And there are going to be days when your body's gone, but you're mentally showing up. And as much as you try to do a push-up and as much as you try to get into those squats, your body just says no. And so at these moments, this is where willpower, we need to rely upon other things. We need to figure out the reason why we're doing what it is we're doing. We need to figure out what the requirements of your goal are. So you first of all need to ask yourself, why am I doing this challenge in the first place? Is it fat loss? Is it boredom? Is it for somebody else? And you'll notice the more external those factors are, i.e., if you're doing it for somebody else and not yourself, if you're not doing it for your own health, wellness, well-being, emotional, mental, physical state, then when it comes down to willpower, when it comes down to that morning where you just don't have it, that's when you're going to fall down the most. And those of you who know me will know that I believe very much in making sure that your physical, mental and emotional health are all in a line. The closer you can get those things together, the more you'll learn to succeed. So yeah, the idea that willpower is not enough, 100% spot on. There are going to be times during this challenge, and more importantly, the first day is going to be the day where you shock the system, but it's also going to be the day when you're the most excited and the anticipation is really running high. Wait till you get to day 10. That's when we find out how strong the willpower is. And that's when you find out how much the community, the group conversations, and how much the support system around you will come into play. So I advise you all, as you're going into this first stage, make sure you tap into that as soon as possible, because there will be somebody out there that is feeling the way that you're feeling and that will remind you of why you're doing what it is you're doing. But first of all, you have to remind yourself, because in those deepest, darkest moments, when that squat just feels too much or that press up just feels too much, when you think back to why I'm doing this, that will be the mental push-up that gets you through to the next round. When I was competing as an athlete, I did 7 events at the heptathlon. The final event, the 800 meters, was the only one that hurt. And I was fine till I got through to the final event. All of the other ones were fun, they were exciting, there was power, they were explosive. I got to express myself as the full athlete that I was. And I get to the start line of that 800 meters, and I knew it was going to be 2 and a bit minutes of pure pain. But I also knew if I didn't get on that track and run that 800 meters, I wouldn't get my gold medal, or I wouldn't feel the feeling of achievement and the sense of pride in myself that I deserved and that I'd worked for up until that point. And so I knew that there was this period of discomfort that I needed to overcome and that I needed to mentally and emotionally push through before I could get the physical results. And so I want to remind you, as you go into day 1 of this challenge, there are going to be times when your willpower falters. And as much as you can be strong, you can be as big and as bad as you want to be. It is just impossible, because we are only human, to want to keep at something every single day with the same level of enthusiasm and the same gusto. But I ask you to think about your exercise and think about it from a place of positivity. Fall in love with the burpees, fall in love with the tricep dips. When those squats come calling, sit on in, push yourself, and really lean on into the place of discomfort, because that's where you'll find the growth. Willpower is not enough. Community might be a thing that you rely on, and positive mental attitude, making sure that you're emotionally, physically, and mentally in line. Good luck, guys, for the next 21 days. I'm going to be pushing you, I'm going to be encouraging you, I'm going to be cheering you on behind the scenes. Hit me up in the app if you're having any issues. Stay safe and don't forget to slay.